The Heat begin the game with the basketball. Oh, Carter with the rejection.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Levine. Knocks it down from mid-range.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Dragic with the basketball. Just underway. Happier with us for game 2. Whiteside to Dragic. Driving right to the basket. Short jumper off the mark. To Wendell Carter. Zach LaVine doing what he does best.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Dragic into the front court. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. Bulls with the rock. To Wendell Carter. The Heat secure the rebound. Dragic with it. Down 4. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Trying to cash in. Shot won't go.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Zach LaVine, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Add 2 points to the board.
This comes down to great execution both on the offensive and defensive end of the floor. Let's see if they can carry this into the second quarter.
We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Wade to Richardson. No good. Has a chance. Knocks it down off the step back.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Knocked loose. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref's bit, and that's the game.
Zach LaVine trying to cash in on the 3-point play. For his career, 82%. Missed the foul shot. Miami's got it.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Richardson to Wade. Zach LaVine tips it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Porter from long range buries it on the catch and shoot.
He showed that he had great chemistry with his teammates on that shot. Keep getting him good looks, and the one will just keep scoring.
Dwayne Wade. Screen coming. Has a look. The jumper's off the mark. To LaVine. Whoa! What a finish. Safe to say notice has been served.
Sometimes things go good. Other times things go great. Everything going that team's way right now.
Now the Heat going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Wade. Lauri Markkanen pins it. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Lauri Markkanen. Waiters. To Wade. Goes to the right side. Waiters. 4-3. Message received. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Wendell Carter. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
To Wade. Can't connect. The follow won't go either. Dwayne Wade missed his first. That one goes.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Flash at the controls. To Richardson. Waiters to Richardson. Trying to cash in. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready. Stuffs it down with authority.
Hey, look, this is a new wave. If a young cat catches you sleeping on the wrong night, it's definitely going to get 1 million+ views the next day.
Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
To Wendell Carter. Lets it fly from long range. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. To Waiters. Richardson up against Porter. Tight space with the crossover. Richardson. His first effort off the mark. To Porter. Nice finish at the rim.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Wade. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Why not? Let's keep the crowd in it.
Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. He throws it down.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Now their head coach signals for a timeout. He'll gather the troops and talk things over. Wade to Dragic. It's a turnover as they head the other way. It's Chicago ball. Layup goes down. Well done.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Whiteside to Wade. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Dwayne Wade at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. And count the basket.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Miami with the basketball. Knocked loose. Dragic to Whiteside. Robin Lopez rejects it. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. To Lopez. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
To Wade. To Dragic. For three, those shots, Jay, have been few and far between in what has been an uneasy first quarter.
And Ed, sometimes that's all you need. Just get one or two to fall. Find the rhythm, find the rhyme. You got plenty of time.
It's Wade to Dragic. There's a pass stolen by Chicago. Short jumper won't go down.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Dwayne Wade. Otto Porter with the block.
You know why? I don't see...
Blocked away!
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Dragic. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. To Dragic. Fires the 3. He made his first effort, but not that time. Porter. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
I think the defender had absolutely zero chance on that play.
And they call the foul. Careful there, Jet.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Throws it down.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Dragic with the basketball. His guys down big. James Johnson defended by the former Hoya. Deep left corner. To Waiters. Going to launch beyond the arc. Waiters forced that one off the mark on the 3. To Lopez. Count the bucket for 2.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
New blood coming in for both sides. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Wide open look won't go.
The defense has to find a way to become mentally present in this ball game. Another open look, the offense is picking them apart.
To Waiters. Beyond the arc for 3. Those shots, Jay, have been few and far between in what has been an uneasy first quarter.
And Ed, sometimes that's all you need. Just get one or two to fall. Find the rhythm, find the rhyme. You got plenty of time.
That's out of bounds off a Bull. Knocked loose. Bulls come away with it. Wendell Carter powers it through.
That's how you punctuate a good first quarter. 3 more left to go, but you've set the momentum for the second.
has a chance. Not that time. We've reached the end of the first quarter here in game number 2. Back with more after this. It's a second. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you. Dragic to Waiters.
Get over.
Oh, Carter with the rejection.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Dragic into the front court. Down a bundle to Wade. It's rebounded by the Bulls. Levine over to the right side. To Wendell Carter. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Dragic with it. Looking to make something happen. Richardson to Dragic. Richardson to Whiteside. Hassan Whiteside. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It's the Heat with the possession. Dragic to Wade. Here comes the screen. Wade to Whiteside. Here's a chance from long range. Not that time. To Zach LaVine. And the finish at the rim.
A 2-time dunk champion, I love watching Zach LaVine play. But you can't become obsessed with just attacking the rim. You have to continue to expand your game and really give Chicago that lead guard that they haven't had since D. Rose.
To Whiteside. Nothing going here on that drive. Knocked loose. Markkanen. To Chris Dunn. And he'll head to the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Chris Dunn, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 69% at the line. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Dragic with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Oh, bad pass, and the Bulls have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
To Wendell Carter. Oh, emphatic slam.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Nice pass to get things going.
And you always feel like the words vision and unselfishness go together. They work cohesively as a unit. When you have a guy that has both, that sets the tone for how your team is going to play.
Dragic to Richardson. Short jumper won't fall. To Markkanen. Done. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw's good. It's a three-point play. This big first half continues. It's the Heat with the possession. Dragic to Whiteside. Surveys the floor. Knocked loose. Bulls have it.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
And he can't convert the free throw. Now, I don't know what the defender was doing there, but count the points.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
To Wade. Nearing impossible. No getting through.
5, Ed. That's 5 blocks tonight.
Markkanen to Wendell Carter. To Markkanen. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Knocked loose. Dwayne Wade. To Dragic. Richardson. Down to 5 on the 24. Dragic. Short jumper stays out.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Here comes the screen. Not that time. To Markkanen. Curling inside. Gets a look. Can't hit.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself. Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. To Wendell Carter. Rises for the slam. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
To Richardson. Bulls come away with it. Markkanen. Markkanen slams it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
To Dragic. Richardson. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Good for 3.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Dragic to Wade. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Dunn navigating through traffic. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Nothing going here on that drive. He'll put it up at the buzzer. It's good, just as the horn sounds. Inching.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
to Markkinen, and stuffs it home.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
That's no good. To Levine. Zach LaVine doing what he does best.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Richardson, great look and vision. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
And now it's Flash with the basketball. Oh, with the foul, and a chance coming up at the line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Dwayne Wade at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. Misses the first. Misses the second as well. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Dragic to Richardson. To Wade. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Here we go. Wait on it.
To Wendell Carter. And scores. Strong take.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. So it's going to stay with Miami. Richardson up against Porter. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's good D. Shot no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Scores from the post.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Dragic into the front court. His guys down big. The drive right to the basket. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Kelly Olynyk with a piece. Incredible. 6 tonight.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
He'd have the basketball. Dragic to Richardson. And scores.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
To Zach LaVine. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Dragic to Wade. And he's going to the free throw line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
First one goes down. So he hits the first, misses the second. To LaVine. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
And Jay, they call the foul.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
From the painted area, won't go down. To Wendell Carter, deep left corner. Levine. To Wendell Carter. Levine. To Markkanen. Count it.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Wade to Waiters. Oh, Carter with the rejection.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Oh, ferocious slam inside.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Flash at the controls. To Richardson. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Dwayne Wade has got 2 shots coming. He's struggled so far. No good. Missed them both. To Markkanen. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Missed it at the line. Has a look. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side, given how they're defending. To Markkanen. Oh, had him going there for a second. And a nice finish at the rim.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw up and good. It's a 3-point play, but a rare spot as they continue to trail big. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw good to cap off the 3-point play as they continue to open things up here in the 3rd quarter. Miami's got it. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Stuffs it down with authority.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Dragic with it. Down a bundle. Time to shuffle things up. To Wendell Carter. Hassan Whiteside sends it away. Make that 7.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Here comes the screen. Haslam up against Porter. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Porter. To Wendell Carter. Off the assist.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
To Markkanen. Carter. And look out.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Dragic with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. James Johnson against Porter. To Dragic. Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. So it's going to stay with Miami. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Shot clock winding down. Dragic. That's rebounded by Chicago. To Porter. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
And when people talk about vision, people usually talk about the vision to make the pass. But how about seeing the chaos in the traffic before the pass even occurs? That's next level vision. How can I catch people out of position defensively? That's what we saw in that last possession.
Driving right to the basket. The shot, almost.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Miami with the basketball to Dragic. Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. To Wendell Carter. Udonis Haslem able to recover with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Dragic into the front court. He'll run the offense. Won't go. To Chris Dunn. And he finishes at the rim.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Waiters. Five to shoot for Miami. Waiters. Not going down here. To Porter. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Dragic. Here comes the screen. And count the basket inside.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Chris Dunn. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Here comes the screen. To Dragic. Trying to cash in, unbothered by the defense as he drills it. Footer at the buzzer. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. It has been all Bulls. So the Heat will have it to start this fourth and final quarter. They're looking up at a big margin. And that, Jay, shouldn't come as a surprise to many.
Well, for them to have a chance to win, I'm glad they brought their A game in their backpacks here to the arena, but that's not enough. They need their A-plus game, and they need to execute down the stretch. You need to throw everything in the bag at them in order to win this game.
To Wendell Carter. Porter. "24-second violation." Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Dragic. Knocked loose. Short jumper won't fall. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
It's the Heat with the possession. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Runner's good there.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
To Richardson. Screen coming. Wade's shot no good. A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out. Here comes the screen. Richardson to Whiteside. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Bulls have it. Got it.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Wade. Shot clock for the Heat, down to 3. Josh Richardson, he's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Now the Bulls will take the timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. To Porter. Fires the three, and Otto Porter so smooth. Catch and shoot, buries the three.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Markkanen. Hassan Whiteside sends it away. 8 now.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Off the assist.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Wendell Carter. Cashes in for 2.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
And the finish. Slam dunk.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Richardson to Wade. Has a chance. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The okey doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Chicago with the possession. To Markkanen. And counted at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Screen coming. Has a look. Can't connect. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Nearly got that one to go. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Richardson against Porter. Five to shoot for Miami. To Richardson. Trying to cash in. Gets a shot up off the mark. Deep three at the buzzer. The Bulls take this one. They'll take a commanding 2-0 lead into Game 3 of this 5.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.